What's going on, everybody? It's been a while, I know, and things have been crazy for us. I'm not going to sit here and give you all the BS that I always give about we've been busy and things are crazy. That's just how they are. I think y'all would rather me be straightforward and straight to the point. So it's Friday evening. Today is December 27th. It is the Friday after Christmas. We hope everyone had a great Christmas. We wanted to do a video before Christmas. It just didn't happen. As y'all know, the baby's 6 weeks old now. And there's a lot of y'all that keep up with us on Facebook and stuff like that. So for those of you that do keep up with us and comment and send prayers our way and wish us the best of luck, we really do appreciate it. And man, it's been fun. It's been fun. I love being a dad, and Holly loves being a mom. We wouldn't have it any other way. So man, we are excited that we get to watch our little girl grow up, and she is growing up. She's getting, I swear she grows an inch every day. But we've been super busy, and we've had to talk, and Holly and I have talked some, and of course we need to talk some more, but there's decisions we have to make, decisions we need to make. The chassis business has kind of taken off even more than what it has been in the past. More people are interested, and I feel like it may pick up even more once we get some cars on the racetrack and get them out there this year or next year in 2025, which is not a bad thing. It's just we have to make the decision whether or not we want to go into this head first. And as y'all know, Pops and I have been building these chassis this year. We're working on number 10 right now. For those of you that keep up with us on Facebook, you've seen the pictures. We're in the middle of number 10 right now. I'd say past the middle. We've gotten a lot done on it. And we're trying to get this one knocked out for Matthew, the owner. That way he can get, I know he's excited to get his chassis. He's been very patient with us through us having the baby, through us having setbacks with doctor's appointments, through the holidays. I appreciate Matthew very much, buddy. I know you're going to watch this, man. Thank you for being patient with us. We're building you a really nice piece, I promise. And I'll show y'all the chassis here in a second and kind of show y'all what we had to do different on this one. With the scarce frame situation of finding good frames, and I know they're out there. I know there's people in Texas that have them, that post them on Facebook every day. But y'all, I'm telling you, I'm not paying $700 for a metric frame. Not going to do it. That's ridiculous to me. I think people that ask $700 for a bare metric frame are out of their mind. No offense if that's you. They're not worth that. They're not worth it. The Speedway frame, people say, they try to compare it to the Speedway frame and say, well, the Speedway frame is $2,300. It is $2,300. It's all laser cut metal. It's all laser cut, bent, precise, clean metal. It's not a rusted factory frame that's been sitting in a field for 6 years, 20 years, whatever. So there's that. So we had to do this one a little different. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. This frame has turned out to be one of the best we've worked on. And I'll show y'all what we had to do. Pops, I'm sure he'll be down here in a little bit. I don't even know if he knows I came in. I got off work, came out here to feed our dogs up at our house. We have been staying with my mother-in-law and my stepfather-in-law, you could say, Holly's stepdad, and while they finish the house. Hopefully January sometime we'll be in the new house. Who knows? Right now we're waiting on cabinet guy, electrician, and floor guy. So there's still a pretty good bit to do up there at the house, but that's no big deal. I mean, we have somewhere to stay, obviously. But with the whole chassis deal, Dad and I wanted to do this and experiment with it, I guess you could say, and see how well people liked us building chassis and if they liked what we build. We take a lot of pride in what we do. I try to take 110% pride in my welds, my tubing notching, the fitment of everything. I try to make them easy to work on for the customer when they get the chassis. And there have been changes along the way. Y'all have seen the changes we've made, and I feel like the changes we have made have went in the right direction. We do have bigger plans to do other stuff, chassis-wise. It's just, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna have to do it. And it's gonna take up time. It's gonna take up, mostly time is the biggest thing. And I don't know if we're gonna be capable to do what we need to do to be able to build chassis the way we need to build them. I'm not quitting my job. So I'm still gonna be working a 40-hour job, and this will still be done in the evenings and weekends. So there's decisions we have to make. Obviously we don't have a lot of room. I know on the video it may look like this shop is big, but it's not. It's 24 by 30. And with our personal car in here and these chassis in here, we run out of room quick. We need to be more efficient if we're going to build chassis. We need to build them faster. We need to build them better. So there's decisions we have to make. Do we build jigs, which I do want to do? I would like to have 2 of them to build 2 cars at a time. Bend up 2 rear hoops, bend up 2 halos, bend up 2 of everything. And which, if you sit back and look at it, there's not a lot of bending on these cars, but there is some. So it can get tricky, but that's no big deal. That's just the decisions we have to make. And I'm just trying to catch y'all up on everything, touch on everything, and let y'all know where we're at. So I would love to do it. I'm still throwing it up in the air whether or not we're going to do it. So, but I have guys that want a chassis, and I feel like we're doing something good for those to be interested. And I'd love to keep going on this journey. I feel like it's a good journey, and it may lead to even bigger things. Who knows? Right now, I'm gonna kind of show you what we got going on, and show you where we're at on number 10. I just came in. I put 2 bars in it real quick as soon as I got here, mainly because I had the heater running. It's not cold outside. Obviously, I'm in a t-shirt. I think it's like 58 degrees outside, but it was a little chilly in the shop, so I kind of knocked the chill out of here before I got started. I didn't want a video with the heater on. Also, something I wanted to ask you guys about. I have people message me about every day that they watch our videos, and man, I am so thankful for that. We have lost some subscribers. I understand. We were close to 2,000. I think now we're down to 1,950 something, last I checked. Maybe less than that. I get it. You don't want to be subscribed to a YouTube channel that doesn't put out videos enough, and that's my fault. Like I said, man, it was a bad time of year. But we're getting there, where everything's playing out, everything's working out, and we're trying to get back in a groove of doing these and doing what we need to do, inside and outside of this shop. So the one thing I want to touch on, I've had a bunch of people message me and ask me about our Amazon wish list. Now, I had a wish list when we were putting our chassis together, our car, a personal car. And we pretty much have the car complete roller. It is a complete roller sitting here right now. I do have to pull the engine out of it. It still has Matt Brown's engine in it that he loaned us. So It has Matt Brown's gear in it. He loaned us a 650 gear. No, we didn't get to race the car. We haven't even tried to attempt to race the car. So I may get with Matt and see if maybe he'll sell us the gear or something. I don't know. Maybe we can leave it in the car. Motor. Twisted Performance and Machine has finished our motor. It's been finished for a while. Thankful enough that Brian and Morgan and everyone at Twisted has worked with us on it. But we still do have to pay for that motor. So I'm not going to get on here and make a beg or a plea for money. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm not that person. And I feel like there's a lot of people that are. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to leave it to you guys. Y'all comment below on this video if that's something I should do. I don't know. I could post my Cash App. I could post my Venmo, my Venmo, my PayPal, whatever. And it would be sponsorship. I mean, it would be sponsorship. So if anyone wants to sponsor us, we'd be glad to let you sponsor us. We would like all the sponsors we could get. We do have some small sponsors that are on the wrap. Obviously, we haven't gotten our wrap yet, so now will be a good time to, figure out the sponsors or get that worked out in the next few weeks, because we do plan to get the car wrapped soon. However, we're not going to be able to race if we don't have a motor. So I promise you guys, whatever you do, if you do decide to sponsor us, or if you want to sponsor us and you reach out to me, I'll leave all my contact information in the description of this video, my email. And if you're serious and you'd like to sponsor us, email me. I kind of don't want to put my phone number on the internet, or on YouTube rather. Shoot me a message on Facebook, Chris McGuire. Can't miss it. My cover photo is a Hound Dog chassis logo. Shoot me a message on Facebook. And I could give you my number then if you wanted to talk, So I promise you guys, if you come on board with us as a sponsor, that money goes to the race car. I can promise you that. That's the guarantee that I can make, because that was the whole deal when Dad and I started doing these chassis. We started building these chassis in this shop to fund our racing program. And that's exactly what we do with it. That's why it's taken us so long to put our car together, because we don't knock these chassis out overnight. So every bit of money that we make in this shop on these chassis goes directly into our race car. And that way, it doesn't have to come out of our pockets. There has been money come out of our pockets. There has been money come from sponsors. And we're very appreciative of that. But anyway, I'll put all that information in the description below this video. Reach out to me, Facebook, email, whatever, if you're serious and you'd like to come on as a sponsor. All right, so as you can see, we are a pretty good ways along. You'll notice a bunch of clean metal that's been ground on. You'll notice a bunch of welds. You'll notice a bunch about this frame. This was an old street stock frame. It had jack bolts in the front. It had jack bolts in the rear. It had a late model cage grafted to the frame. I'll post pictures right here. All right, so now that you looked at those pictures, you can see that from the pictures, it's not a bad looking race car, not a bad looking chassis. However, I wish I'd have taken pictures of everything underneath all that sheet metal. There were welds that were not made at all, tubes that were not welded at all. I mean, it was really a death trap. I would hate for somebody to get in it. I really would. And I'm not just saying that to make what we're doing look better. I take safety very seriously. That's why I take my weld serious. Somebody had a good idea with that chassis. They just really didn't implement that idea well. And I don't know who. So I took the car on trade, and the guy I got it from didn't do it. So I don't know who it came from. Don't care. But there's a lot of things we had to do. Stock mounts. These came from Speedway. I've had a lot of people ask me about these. These are stock mounts from Speedway Motors. This is what they sell with their frame. These are identical to stock, except they do shorten it here for you already, so it doesn't stick out so far. We put these on in the stock location. They are identical to the location on our car. Y'all know we didn't cut ours off, so this was a Monte Carlo frame. That was a Monte Carlo frame. So these are in stock location. They are turned just like stock would be. And they are welded on all the way around. So we had to change that. I think the old ones may be outside somewhere. Pop's cleaned up in here some. So buckets, those jack bolt buckets right there are what were in the back of this frame. So we cut all that out. Obviously we plated it. Y'all know that we cap all that and plate it on all of our chassis. The rear shock mounts were cut off right here where this weld is. This is from Speedway Motors. It comes as a pair. Let's see. Spring cups right there. It comes as one whole piece from Speedway. Spring mount or spring cup and shock mount. However, they are laser cut, so they are made to fit Speedway Motors frame. They are not really made to fit a factory frame. Now, I could have spent more time and made them fit this frame. That's time we didn't have. So I cut the shock mount part off of it. I welded it to the back of the factory spring perch. Those shock mounts are in stock location. They are identical to that chassis right there. So, stock shock mount holes, exactly where they need to be. It is all legal, I promise. Everything is in stock location. So, that's the big thing we had to do to this frame. One big thing we had to do, this driver's side frame rail was cut up. I mean, cut up, y'all. They had took a torch and notched to miss the door bars of the late model frame. And then they plated the outside of the frame, I guess, to make it better. I don't know. Anyway, 2x4 tubing. That is 2x4 1/8" thick wall tubing, front to rear. We did not tweak this frame at all. It is factory specs, both sides. I can guarantee it. So we done that because y'all know we like to weld our tube to the outside of the frame rail. Well, the way they had it cut up so bad, I didn't really have nothing to weld to. So I wanted it to be better. So it's all tubing, rectangle tubing. And I think what I'm going to work on here in a little bit is I'm going to start doing my bars underneath for the seat and protection under the feet. I just these are the 2 bars I put in when I got here. So I've got to do my 1.25 inches from here down to there. So I'll probably do that first since I've got my 1.25 inches out at the moment. And I've got to do my 1.25 inches here diagonal in the halo. So we still have a bunch of 1.25 inches to do up here. You know, I know we V-brace all this to the dash bar out to where the firewall is. Our 1.25 inches for our pedal mount. Y'all remember on the last chassis, we had the firewall forward. The car went to Florida, so we had a little different set of rules. This chassis is going to be running the exact same rules we run here local. Alabama, Tennessee, Mississippi, all on the same rules package. So it will have the firewall 11 inches back, and it will be running the over the not 90 degree, I guess, over and down headers. So it will be running those like ours. Here's the chassis tag for it. And that's what we're working on. Obviously, once we get finished with number 10, there he is.
Whoa!
Obviously, when we get finished with number 10, we have the chassis to build for the racetrack for the points champion. Their banquet is the end of January, 20-something, I believe. I can't remember. So that'll give us time to get a frame, get it sandblasted, and build a nice chassis for the factory stock points champion at North Alabama Speedway. But I'm going to quit rambling. Now that Pops is down here, we're going to get busy.
Oh, I'm going back there.
So we're going to sling some tubing this evening. Again, y'all, I just wanted to do this video, kind of update you on everything, show you what we're working on. We're still rocking and rolling over here. We just got a lot to do, and we're trying to get it done. So, all right, y'all hang out. Alrighty, as y'all can see, we got those in. We got these in underneath. That obviously goes under the feet. It just helps protect anything coming up. Of course, you'll have the floor pan too. So, I mean, we're not running real thin floor pans. Seat bar, seat mounts are on the back. 1/4 inch thick seatbelt tab off the front. And what I've been doing is taking 2 of those tabs and putting them on the back here. And then letting the guys just make a spacer if they have to the seat. And it's a lot better, a lot cleaner. And of course, we do the bar up here for the seat belts, wrap around belt. That bar bolts in. Diagonal bars in. All of these are in. And we went ahead and put the base of the drive shaft loop in. Went ahead and measured where it needed to be. Of course, you know, majority of your rules say 6 to 8 inches behind the U-joint, so we'd try to get it in that range to be legal. Pop's got all of our tabs situated. If y'all remember on the last one, we like to use this tab here from our friends at A&A Manufacturing. That's where we get all of our tabs. It caps the end of our 2x2 tubing right there. Pretty slick deal. Just weld it on there. That's your inside seatbelt tab. So what we'll do is weld that on there, and then the drive shaft tunnel goes inside of it, or outside of it? Inside of it.
Inside of it.
Inside of it.
Yeah.
So we drill through here through the inside of the drive shaft tunnel. So you're actually getting double layer right there for the seatbelt to bolt to. So pretty neat deal. A&A Manufacturing has a lot of good tabs, a lot of neat tabs. We're not sponsored by them at all, but we do order a lot from them. So we like their stuff. And for the prices, you can't beat it. They got tabs body tabs for, I think, 40 cents, 50 cents a piece, or 60 cents, something like that. It's hard to beat. Those tabs like that, those specialty tabs are a little more. Some of them can get $2 to $3, but I mean,
But boy, that sure saves them cutting.
heck yeah. You spend not 5 hours, but you'd spend, an hour of your time making it, cutting it out, drilling it, maybe not an hour, 30 minutes, whatever. Say you're paying yourself $20 an hour. I mean, half of that's $10.
Hey, y'all, I've done put in my request for the next piece of equipment, but Cooper ain't bought it yet.
Uh-oh.
I want a plasma table.
Yeah.
And I could make a bunch of tabs and stuff.
Yeah, plasma tape will be real nice. That'd be definitely in the far future. But those things are pretty pricey. They are slick though.
Yeah.
They are nice. Yeah, if you can make all your own tabs and buy just a sheet, heck, but you'd save, for one, you'd save us a lot of time because we have to wait on them being shipped here, and sometimes they don't get here. You'd have it at the tip,
At your disposal.
at the tip of your finger. So, but we got all those bars in. Turn this camera around. We're gonna call it a night. We're gonna be out here early in the morning, Saturday, December the 28th, even though it is mine and Holly's anniversary. So I'll go ahead and thank her now for not hounding me about coming out here and working on these things. I plan to come out here tomorrow for a pretty good bit, and Pops and I are gonna try to get a lot done tomorrow. What we'll do is we'll finish the drive shaft loop in the morning, and then that way I can get in there and weld everything that will be under the floor pan and firewall. And then we plan on getting our 16 gauge up here and cutting out some pieces. We're gonna put firewall and floor pan in this thing, start it tomorrow, and then Sunday we'll probably be able to finish it. And once the firewall and floor pan's in them, they go together pretty quick, because then you can do the brake pedal mounts, brake and clutch pedal mounts, and foot protection bars, door bars,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So we don't like much. We got our tabs and everything for our fuel cell brackets, our fuel cell cage. We are going to X brace under the fuel cell again. We'll do it with that 1-inch tubing. The 1-inch tubing in that short a span is rigid. It does help, which y'all have to keep in mind. That rear clip is 2x2 square tube. So it doesn't take much to make that 2x2 tubing more rigid. So, however, I feel like just in a couple hours, we got a pretty good bit done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars. 9 bars in.
Plus your tabs.
Plus the tabs and the mounts. It takes a little bit measuring and laying all that stuff out, which is not bad. I mean, if anybody's done this stuff, you know it's not real bad. But we've done enough of them now, we should be able to do it in our sleep. So, but like I said, y'all, I did want to reach out. I had some folks ask me about the Amazon wish list. I'll say it again. If you'd like to sponsor us, shoot me an email or message me on Facebook. I'll leave all my information in the description of this video, and any help is appreciated, I promise you. And you can ask that man right there.
Yeah.
He wasn't down here when I was talking about it earlier. Everything we make in this shop and everything that somebody sponsors us goes directly into that race car. I can guarantee it. Because we know that's what you're doing. You're sponsoring our race car. You're not sponsoring us. So, well, I mean, you are sponsoring us, but you're sponsoring us to race, and that's what we put it toward. So, but right now, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go home, eat some supper, and we're gonna come in here in the morning, and I'll throw the camera back up. We'll do some videoing, and y'all watch us put a firewall and floor pan in this thing, or get started on it anyway. See how far we get. Shouldn't be too bad. But we're gonna call it an evening. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for subscribing. Hate that we haven't made a video in a while. That's my fault. Like I said, bad time of year with everything going on. We're going to get in that groove right now. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. And until next time.
Appreciate it, guys, gals. Thank y'all very much. Until next time, God bless you.
See y'all.